1st and 10 up at the 45. He takes the deep snap and steps up. He pumps, he starts to run, he throws on the run, and it is caught by Jordan Matthews inside the 15. Great pass and a great catch by Jordan Matthews.
Joining us as he does here every week on Eagles Game Plan, Eagles head coach Chip Kelly. Coach, how you doing? Tough from last week, but I know in games like this, there's always some positives that you can pull out of a game.
Yeah, there are. You know, and I think our guys competed. Obviously, you went against a really good Green Bay Packers team, but we'll correct the mistakes that we made, but we'll work off of the mistakes we made and try to make ourselves a better team.
Looking at Jordan Matthews here in the slot, I noticed you love talking about having a big guy in that slot because of the advantage over sometimes the smaller DBs here. Here's where Jordan goes up after Mark steps up in the pocket and he goes up and make a great catch.
Yeah, we're running a vertical concept with two of our bigger receivers. We got Zach Ertz in here, and we've also got Jordan in here at this point in time. And we call a little twist play for us where we're trying to get Ertz to run up this hash, and we're going to get Jordan to run up this hash, and then we're going to figure out which side the safety leans to and try to beat the underneath coverage. It's a straight four-man rush. We knew they kind of would always bring a safety down and invert and drop a safety to the middle of the field. So now as Zach comes across and draws this safety's attention, then Jordan's matched up one-on-one right here with the nickel. It's a good decision by Mark. He steps up in the pocket, knew what he had, and then when we throw the ball, and we always talk about making contested throws because that's open in the NFL, that's NFL open. Jordan does a great job of bodying it, taking the ball in and shielding the defender away from the ball. And then we have a big play right towards the end of the half. We ended up getting 3 points out of it, but Mark did a great job of stepping up in the pocket. It's a lot of outside pressure here. Four-man rush, feels it, steps up in the middle, and delivers the ball outside, and we get a great body catch of Jordan against Micah Hyde.
Here's a play here with Jeremy Maclin down here at the bottom. I think the timing on this play is impeccable. This ball is almost here before Jeremy comes out of his break.
Yeah, Mark has a great feel for what we're trying to get accomplished in this offense. And if you bring it back to the beginning, we start with we're running a tight end option route over the ball. And then however they decide to defend us, if they take it away from this side, then we're going to work curl slide on this side. If they take it away from this side, we're actually running the same combination route over here. So he's got some options on the play, but it's got to take a quarterback that makes a quick decision. As he gets to the top of his stem, there's two guys in the window on the tight end. Mark now sets his feet, reads the angle of this defender. This defender, with his shoulders turned this way, can't defend what we call the curl area. And the curl area for us is between the numbers and the hash. And if you look at the field distribution here, he now has the hook area. He's between the hashes. He has between the numbers and the hash. He has between the numbers and the hash. He's got to be outside the numbers. He's got to be outside the numbers. It's a mirror route concept for us, and it really depends on the quarterback's timing. And as Jeremy gets to the top of the stem, catches it, we give him a ball right in great location where not only can he catch it, but he can catch and run. And now he turns an extra 13 yards after the catch, which was a big play for us. We end up with a 23-yard gain on the play. But if you watch it from behind, you can see how quickly Mark makes his decision. He starts in the middle. As he drops, he keys the defender. He's staying in there too tight, on time to Jeremy. Jeremy does a great job with the run after the catch, and we have a big game.
See here defensively, Bradley Fletcher, what I like about him in this game, Coach, got off to a little bit of a rough start, but he never stopped competing. This is late in the second half, and he's still out here fighting.
You know, and that's what it's about. I think there's no one in the secondary that doesn't give up a reception, and that's the deal, but you got to be able to shake it off. And I think the one thing as the game went along, Bradley got stronger. They run a little in and out deal here. He does a great job of positioning, and one of the things we're teaching, and he does a great job of, is you don't look back for the ball because you know it's going to be there. Just run to your man, and when he puts his hands up, put your hands in his hands, and that's exactly where Bradley goes. He puts his hand in his hands. He gets a PBU there. It's a pressure look. Aaron did such a great job of recognizing what's going on. He knows he's got to get the ball up quick. He gets it up quick. It's in great location. And when the hands go up, Bradley's hands go into his hands. He's got his eyes glued right on the receiver. Most guys, or most young guys, would look back at the ball, try to see the ball in the air, and then they lose sight of the receiver. As long as he runs to the receiver, that's where the ball is going to be thrown. Does a great job against Cobb, who had a really good game against us. But I thought Fletch, the way he bounced back after that start, you know, kind of tells you the type of competitor that he is.
And special teams-wise, these guys have made plays all year long. Again, late in the game, some would think nothing to play for, but they're still playing hard, especially Brian Brandon here on the inside.
Really compete, and Brian's done such a good job for us on this return team. We got an opportunity to stop him and get him in a punt situation. Brian is now going to be our inside rusher rusher. And the one thing he does, he has such a quick swim move that the center is now in protection, is working to his right, our left as we look at it. If Brian can beat the center's block, because we do have a 4-man rush on this side, everybody's responsible for their outside gap in this protection, and everybody's turning out. So now it's really his ability to get off on the snap and beat the center. As he beats the center, even though Trey probably should be coming back through the outside gap, he kind of bleeds Brian's gaps a little bit. But as he gets here, Brian does a great job of coming back inside. We have a great rush. The only thing that was unfortunate, we've been really good at it, is could we pick this thing up cleanly and score? But because he's covered and there's people in the area, we call it a city fumble. So Malcolm does a good job of making sure we secure it. He gets on the ball and puts us in a great situation to score down in tight at the end of the game. Obviously, the game didn't turn out the way we want to turn out, but the way we competed and finished, we were proud of that, and we'll build upon that when we go to play Tennessee.